It's Thompson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Smith. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
3rd and 2, Smith. Jordan Reed has it. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on second down is Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be...
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Zach Brown in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, here's Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Newton now on second down. And that is incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
They run it here with Thompson. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. 31 yards there and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ends up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Smith, his pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They come out here in the I. They'll sneak it with Smith. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. From the end zone, Newton. And he can't get away. Newton can't escape the pressure, and it's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Room to run inside the 40. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Play action. It's Smith. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. K1 short. Forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, here's Smith. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Smith. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denoris Searcy. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. A strong running. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
To throw is Smith. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Carolina getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. The shotgun snap for Newton. Quick slant caught by Moore. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. This is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
It was funny during the draft process. Someone said to me, well, whoever takes Christian McCaffrey, as it turned out it was Carolina, how are they going to use him? Is he going to be an every down back? Is he going to be a 3rd down guy? They're going to use him in the slot? What are they going to do with him? And I just said, yes.
All of that.
No doubt about it. This kid can do it all.
And he did a nice job there out of the backfield to pick up the first. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Throw play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run with Thompson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Smith. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Let's go.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. back to FedEx Field following this short break. Smith on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Julius Peppers in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Smith now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Smith now operating from the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
15.
They are going for it. It's Smith. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st and 10, Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Past the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. So here comes Alex Smith as he'll lead his guys up to the line to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Smith. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Bailey now to kick this one away. Moore now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Newton now to throw. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot before the break. Newton dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. To throw on second down is Newton. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Pernell McPhee in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Funches with a catch over the middle. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now Thompson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, it's Smith. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They snap it to Smith. Staying on his feet, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Julius Peppers in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On first down, Newton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Newton now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw, Smith. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. He can run for it, and he will. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves that you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we go.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Julius Peppers in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Third and long, it's Smith. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon.
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Smith. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skill.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Come on now. Bring a sack. Come on.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now Newton. He gets it to Funchess, complete. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
McCaffrey with a first down and more. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Zach Brown. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
20.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Looking here for Smith downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy?
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it, because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
12.
Play action. It's Smith. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Redskins on 3rd down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Smith on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. From the red zone now, Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Now Smith. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Smith, that's to his running back, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Rob Kelly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And this one through the uprights and good. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game?